They decided not to come film those anymore.
They did?
They
Inside?
did. Oh, it was a while back, and I remember that. They just quit. They used to set up right
Comcast.
there with it. Yes.
Comcast stopped.
Comcast
Yeah.
decided. Yeah.
So we can put it back on with the council's wishes.
It's already budgeted, so.
It's there, yes.
I'm sure they'll be back on.
You ran it all for
Ms.
Rebecca.
Horn.
Yes, good evening. Cherilyn Horning, 1708 Main Street, Anderson. I would first like to just give a second vote to what Ben Orcutt just shared, that for the sake of our community, for folks that can't get out, for folks that even have trouble hearing the stuff that's live streamed right now by President Crooms, which I'm grateful for, and also disappointed that we're losing her leadership here in January. So I would concur with Ben that that is an essential part of keeping our community informed and building a strong and healthy community. The real reason I got up here was to ask if the council has any ARPA updates that you could share with us. With the comments earlier about homelessness, I know that there's hundreds of thousands of dollars still sitting unspent or unawarded as far as I know for that area. So I was curious if there were any awards for that, and also curious if the council knows anything about even the awards that have been acknowledged or announced for nonprofits. It's my understanding that that money also still has not gone out. Applications were turned in 6 months ago. Awards were announced 3 months ago. Money has been sitting here for years, and so I'm just really curious if there's any end in sight for those dollars to get into the organization's hands that will benefit from them.
I thought it had gone out, so I'm gonna check on that tomorrow, Cheryl.
Money actually
Yeah.
gone out?
I thought it had, but you, I mean.
As far as I know, contracts have
You
not
and I
been.
are on the same
Yeah.
thing, so I'm gonna check on that tomorrow.
Zoom grants, as far as I know, is where the contracts are being distributed, and as far as I am aware, those grants have not gone out, so the organizations can sign
Right.
saying, yes, we take the money and agree to the reporting requirements and such.
I'm gonna call Gretchen tomorrow. The
Yeah, I've
business
talked to
fund
small business owners. The
has
first round
been-
already has been
The business
funded.
has
That's
already
correct.
gotten their money.
I
But
believe that's
we're on
true.
round 2, which we
Yeah.
extended October, so those just came in the second
Yeah,
round, but that's all I.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying, the money went out, right?
For
Small
the
business.
The
business.
first
the
round is
business
small,
did.
I understand, the first round is small business, second round is maybe still in
Yeah, and
process.
homeowners assistance, the first round also, I think. But I did not realize the nonprofit had not.
As far as I'm aware.
Well, you would know.
And so my other question related to that is to the council. When I was at the polls on Tuesday, someone was trying to convince me that it's the council's fault that an administrator has not been hired for the ARPA funds, which again, there's money identified for that. I was in the meetings where the council said, there's money designated for that. We will approve it when you come and ask for that amount. So I would just like to clarify here on public record, has the mayor or the administration come to this body to ask for release of those funds to pay for administrator for the ARPA funds?
No.
Thank you for that clarity. I will get back with the person that tried to convince me otherwise. Any comments or feedback on the homeless fund?
Well, I will tell you they wanted about $900,000 or all was left to pay for an administrator.
Yes, which again, it's a big job. I'm supportive of it, but why is it still sitting there? So
Well, I don't know anybody that makes that much money in the city government.
As somebody who started on a committee, I can understand that over the course of years related to reporting and administration of that, I don't think that's an unreasonable amount. However, the fact now it's been sitting here for a full year while committees have been meeting, folks like Gretchen have been working their tails off to get just the administrative stuff going. I'm disappointed our administration has not taken advantage of the money that you designated for that goal. Any feedback about the homeless funds that were designated?
So, the only thing I have is that I was at the Christian Center banquet and the mayor got up and spoke about it and mentioned the Christian Center was the only one that's applied and he was excited about that. So I would talk to the mayor because he was the one that spoke about it in public there. That was surprising.
The last meeting I was at, there were some things that the head of the center,
Rob Spalding?
Yeah, Rob. There were some things that they were supposed to do and come back to us, and as far as I know, that meeting has never happened. I haven't gotten anything, and so that's kind of where it's at, as far as I know.
And you sat on that committee, Mr. Fraser?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would just offer, if that organization, the one organization that applied, is not taking advantage of that, I guess I'm curious if that pool of money would become available for other folks who are motivated to do something related to homelessness would be an option, so.
In their defense, they are trying, but there were things that committee said, you have to come up with this. I'm not gonna go into it. but,
Understood.
You know, if you're gonna get that amount of money, we're gonna have this in place.
Yes.
And too many people that said they wanted to help with the homeless never showed up to one meeting, not one. And so, that was the other thing, we have to get compliance from everyone if it's gonna work. And so that was one of the things they needed to bring back, a couple other things, so Rob's been working his tail off.
Sure.
So-
And I'm 100% supportive of accountability for that amount of funds. I would just love to see if partners have backed out, can we open it back up to say, here's the plan, we need partners in these sectors to support. So I would love to see that money out to serve our homeless during the winter in Indiana. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Madam Chairman,
Councilor
I'd like to make a motion